You're not special, and that's useful. When faced with a big decision, we often forget that we're not special. Somebody else has been there before. This week's newsletter covers the fourth force of decisions: input. If you missed the others, please check out direction, emotion, and repetition in my other videos. It's easier to see what's been done. Suzanne Brown, CEO of Mompowerment, had a big decision while working at an ad agency in Texas. She was preparing her maternity leave when her son arrived 10 weeks early. Caring for her preemie became her priority. She wanted to return part-time and successfully negotiated it. She said, "When I was still an employee, before I was a mother, I had helped negotiate a very senior employee going part-time. I knew how it was structured. I knew she still got her full benefits. Because I knew the ins and outs, I had a better idea of how to negotiate, or even that it was a possibility," she told me. After she made the switch, others came to her asking how she did it. She eventually wrote Mompowerment to capture those stories. It's easier to pursue a path when you've seen it done before. I wanted to become an entrepreneur because I saw my brother Jeff start his company. I knew it was possible. I also saw the hard parts. On a family vacation, we kept going to an internet cafe because of a work emergency and bad hotel Wi-Fi. I played Crash Team Racing with Dave while Jeff and Carrie saved the company. Seeing both sides mattered. But don't ask the wrong people. Comparing yourself to someone currently experiencing what you expect to encounter is essential. For complex decisions, it helps to have what Paul Millerd calls path expert conversations. Talk to someone living the life you're considering, especially someone just a few years into it who still remembers the hard parts. In Stumbling on Happiness, Daniel Gilbert explains that we are wired to learn from others. We do not have to imagine what it feels like to move, marry, or change careers when others have already done it. But you cannot just ask anyone. You need the experience of the people in the trenches. Your parents might remember your childhood fondly and tell you to have kids. They may not recall in that moment that you broke your brother's arm when you were 1. We all edit the past. I would tell you I loved getting my Wharton Executive MBA. I had an amazing time and would do it again. What I might leave out is that I had hives for nearly 2 years from the stress of working full-time while in the program. We remember the highlight reel. We forget the cost. So if you want to be a lawyer, talk to lawyers at different stages. If you want to be a doctor, talk to someone in residency, not just someone who finished it years ago. If you want to start a company, talk to other founders in the trenches, not just someone who had a successful exit. Borrow other people's data. There is a reason this works. In one study, participants completed a tedious task and reported how they felt afterward. Researchers asked a second group to imagine how they would feel doing the same task. A third group read real reports from the first group. The people who relied on others' experiences predicted their own feelings far more accurately than those who imagined. These conversations will not give you a perfect answer, but they help you make more grounded predictions. We are not great at simulating our future emotions, but we are very good at learning from other people's reality. Use input to move forward. Too often we skip this step. As Gilbert writes, we do not always see ourselves as superior, but we almost always see ourselves as unique. Or as my high school chemistry teacher told me, though not particularly kindly, "You're not special, girlfriend." To make better decisions, turn to people who are there now, who made the decision you are considering. Are they glad they moved? Do they enjoy consulting? What is life like with kids? You do not need to figure it out alone.